So I just sit here and I kind of wonder, is that really ADHD or is it just me not being enough? Because sometimes I cannot do certain things or perform the way I want to, or most of the times, like my to-do lists or my plans, they are not fulfilled. And I mean, I do react differently to it right now, especially after therapy and understanding what is ADHD, because I've lived most of my life without even knowing I have it. But lately, especially like when I tried explaining to my family what that is and explaining executive dysfunction, especially to neurotypical people, is kind of like it's a unique experience because I cannot even this, like if you do have ADHD, you know this, but sometimes it happens that, let's say after shower, I just sit in a towel like on my chair for like 30 minutes. I'm like freezing, and I really want to stand up and go to sleep or do something, I don't know, but I just cannot stand up. And I don't know how to explain that, because I know that I want to do that. I know that I can. I am motivated, but I just can't do the action. And at some level, it's even hard for me to understand, like, what? What? And I do get that sometimes neurotypical people, they're like, oh, but I'm so tired and I'm so fed up with phrases like, oh, you're just not organized, you're just lazy. I've spent my life thinking that I was lazy and disorganized. And I remember back at school when like every teacher told me, oh, you're so smart and so creative, but if you only had a little bit more of discipline. Yeah, like that was the problem. So I've finished my breakfast. I'm just watching this YouTube video, and on the back of my head, I just started thinking about right now, because so today's 23rd of December. Winter holidays are coming, New Year's coming, well, Christmas coming too, but I don't celebrate Christmas. We just celebrate New Year. So I feel like I have a little bit more time to do something productive this year. But yesterday I had a little, not a meltdown, but I was incredibly upset, and I was beating myself up so much for not finishing things I wanted to finish. So basically the problem was, and the reason I'm even upset today, and I was incredibly upset yesterday, so for years I've tried starting my professional Instagram page. Just for the record, I'm an English teacher. Also, I create different ready-to-use templates for teachers of languages, English, also like ready-to-use materials for classes, different mirror boards, a lot of activities. Also, I create my own programs for speaking clubs, and I am like, my plan that's kind of ongoing is to have like a little academy / school for adults at this point, with classes and speaking clubs. Right now I work like not by myself. I actually have one teacher in my team. She has a couple of one-on-one classes, but the plan is to get her groups. I've developed this fabulous plan for Чого тебе? So that was a little disruption. That's so funny. My aunt stepped in and she's like, with my peripheral vision, I saw her, she's like, oops. That was actually really funny. So what I was saying is that my goal and my plan is to grow this courses. I've created my Instagram page, but it turned out to be so hard to actually make videos. And the thing is, I don't really find it hard to come up with ideas. I have a lot of ideas, actually. I have like this huge list, and I well, it definitely has more than 500 ideas. 500 ideas. For me, the hardest thing is to actually, do something. And at some point, I even created this channel to kind of help me a little bit, because my logic was, if I mentioned something in the video like, okay, tomorrow I will do this and this, I will feel this like pressure to actually do this. Yeah, I'm not sure it's working. Well, it is working out in some way, but I'm not sure. I am not sure it works out very well, because I also do not post very often to this channel. But yeah, so I was upset because that was supposed to be my third try to actually gather people to create groups for those speaking clubs. One of the things I value very much in life, and I think I want to get people to also be curious, and I love the curiosity in itself, because what do we have if we are not curious about the world? Like, not how it works, what there is. There are so many things we have no idea about, like not only big things like different countries or traditions, small things like, do you know how a kettle works? Do you? I only learned that a couple of years ago, and I love such little things, facts, information. I do love all those like TED education videos, or like, those videos where they draw different stories and they explain how things work by drawing them out. Oh, I love those very much. Actually, I use them for classes as well. Yeah, really useful. Okay, I need to go back to the point. The point is, at the beginning of December was supposed to be my third try into actually creating those groups and starting those speaking clubs. And again, I get those. I cannot say I failed. If you don't start, you don't fail. Somehow I created this plan for December, this huge like engagement strategy. I actually did do that. It took so much of my energy, but then somehow, bam, it's the end of December. I remember like in the beginning, I was skipping some days because there were some family things I had to do. Then I got a little bit ill, and bam, and I yesterday when I realized that it was already the end of December and I really have no time to do any of those things, I was so upset, and I kind of felt like a failure. I know it's a path. I know it. And I do know that I'm taking small steps, and comparing myself to myself in the past, I made a lot of progress. I did. I know it. Like, never compare yourself to others. Compare yourself to yourself, just back in time. And when I think about Anna right now, and Anna a year ago, 2 years ago, even like 5 years ago, so much progress. Definitely, 100%. But yeah. I actually had a little bit of a conversation with ChatGPT yesterday. I tried to salvage at least something from the plan I've created, change it somehow. But I cannot get over this feeling of not, I don't want to say not succeeding, of not doing anything, therefore feeling like a failure. Just not doing anything feels so bad, because even if I did do something and failed, that would not have hit so hard. And what I started this video with, whether it's ADHD or me, sometimes I feel like I blame things on ADHD. Oh, I cannot go to sleep at a normal time. Oh, I cannot do more than one thing a day. Ugh, stop whining, but then I remember what my therapist told me, or I have this amazing friend. She has ADHD and she's older than me, and she was diagnosed, I think, like in her early 20s, and I was diagnosed in my late 20s. So she helps me a lot. She knows like a lot of information and research, and I am just so grateful for all the things that she helped me out with. And when I say that I kind of blame ADHD, a very good point is like, what do you mean blame? It's part of you, and it definitely does create some hardships in your life, in my life. But I cannot shake the feeling that the problem is just me, and ADHD is just something I use to kind of cover it up, to like, I'm using it as an excuse. Sometimes I feel this way, especially when I told my family that I have ADHD, and actually there is a relative I do suspect has it as well, because it's like a very genetic thing. But some people in my family are rather neurotypical, and sometimes when I say that when I wake up like at 8 in the morning, having a full night of sleep, and I'm saying, oh, I'm so tired, they're like, they genuinely don't understand why. You've done nothing. Why are you tired? And sometimes it's really hard to just explain this feeling of not getting rest even when you sleep, of being constantly tired just because. And I like, it pisses me off so much that I can't be productive, that I have this insane amount of energy, of potential, of even of productivity, but I feel like I need to hack it. I feel like I need to find a way how to use it. But to be honest, yes, I am definitely making progress. Oh, but I want it to go faster. I want results now. It's incredibly hard for me to enjoy the process because, one of the very important insights that help me understand more about how different we all are, once, I think it was probably last year, I was talking to my friend, and we talked about the difference of like how we perceive results and finished actions. Like when she finishes something, she has this like dopamine. Yes, I'm so, yes, accomplishment. I'm so smart. I'm so great. I'm so good. When I finish something, I feel relief. I'm relieved. Like, oh, finally. I don't know. And I am trying very hard right now to, okay, first of all, I'm not punishing myself, or I'm not saying that, oh, you're so bad, you didn't do that. I have learned within the years to love myself the way I am without criticizing myself too much. Sometimes I do that, but then I kind of go back to, oh, no, girl, no. But right now I'm very calm inside. I feel like I'm very, very calm, but at the same time, I'm incredibly sad over this December thing. And I'm trying to get myself to thinking that, okay, no need to do 30 videos, just do a couple of, engaging content, telling people who you are, preparing for the next year. There are a lot of, oh, do I love self-reflection? Yes. So very often with my students, we do different sometimes it's self-reflection, sometimes it's the year reflection. I love those things so much, and I do have different templates. Maybe I should organize them better, and I can also share them with other teachers. Oh yeah, by the way, important note, English teacher, ASL teacher, so it's English as a second language to not natives. I am not a native. So yeah, that's an important note. I forgot. Like, not because, okay, not an English teacher as in like English literature school English teacher, ESL, English as a second language, or I also can do English is a foreign language as well, but those are not for natives. Those are for speakers of other languages. Yeah, not being a native myself, I know how hard it can be to actually learn a language, so yeah. I do love this job actually, but I wanna grow in what I do. You probably heard that, right? Yeah, you did. Okay, yeah. So, yes, someone was just I'm sitting in the kitchen, basically hogging the kitchen, and my aunt, she just went to wash her hands, and she was just like, she's going somewhere, so she's getting ready, and she's like half dressed, and she goes she goes past you, and she's like, oh, what? You can see my ass there. That was funny. Okay, so oh wow, headache. What was that? Ooh, ooh. Yeah, don't like it. So I think I'm going to go. I just washed my, while I don't know for how long I'm talking to my phone, but I feel like half of my hair actually dropped by itself. So yeah, that is it for this sharing of whatever that is I am sharing here. I am going to try stop beating myself up and do at least something, like one thing. Okay, not, I wanted to say 6 things, then I wanted to say 3 things. One thing. One thing. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Stay tuned if anyone is actually watching that. Highly doubted, but well, I don't. No. What was that? No. We are not. What's it called? Replication? Huh. You got to the point. So yeah, we're not doing that. Someone will see that.